Jay, it's been 7 years since we started the scholarship partnership with Coleg Cambria. Just how good has the partnership been so far?
It's been fantastic, Nick. I think if we look on through 6 years now, the programme going to year 7. I remember we originally started it from the old Nomads and the 16s team. It was a big gamble. Is it going to work? Full-time programme, college. There's a lot of players took a lot of risks from that group to see, and we're sort of guinea pigs to it. But the knock-on effect and what that original group left the scholarship with all the potential long-term and all the successes that have followed have been great. Both on and off the pitch. From an academic route, the plan was always a student-athlete model, so the football being a motivator for academic excellence. Really, we all know what 16, 17-year-old lads can be like. Academic school, college isn't always number one. I want to be a footballer, which is great, but there's also a reality to this, and I think our programme differed from everyone doing the same level 2, level 3 sports course, which was something we didn't believe in. Although you're good at football doesn't necessarily mean that's the route you wish to do academically and job-wise. But the programme we have with Coleg Cambria is unique in that the kids can do any course they wish in level 2, 3 diploma or A-levels, so it gives everyone their opportunity to choose what they wish. And then following that, as you can see behind us, with a full-time football programme that works alongside.
Just talk us through sort of what goes on in a normal week as well for the scholars. Obviously me and you know what goes on, but what happens behind the scenes every week?
Yeah, so as we say, it's a full-time football programme, so and it works alongside a 9 to 4 typical college day, which enables players to do what courses they wish. So it is a full-on programme. If you get through the 2 years, I think the biggest thing it will give you is a tremendous work ethic. We know so many scholars that have moved on and progressed now to some exciting roles, such as Jordan Maloney, now a full-time physiotherapist over the NHS, worked at Burnley Football Club, to former players Chris Boys, who's now gone into full-time teaching. Some really good success stories from it. What a typical week would include: a Monday morning would be a strength conditioning session, so lads would come in early, we link with lifestyle fitness. Monday afternoon after college, they would then train traditionally 4 to 5:30. Tuesday, analysis sessions, Antonio Magalhaes who does that, so they'll show footage from the weekend. They'll then train 4 till 6. Wednesday they represent Coleg Cambria in the North West Colleges League, so we have 2 teams, one in tier 1 now. We began in tier 4, so over the 5 years they've progressed. And then we have a second team now in tier 2. Thursday day off, other than college. Friday night they train, and then on a weekend they represent either our 18s on a Saturday who play in the Welsh Premier Reserves League, or our 19s on Sunday who play in the Welsh Premier Development League. So it's full on, it's a great football opportunity. We have players that get to the peak of fitness levels, peak of football levels, and hopefully then gives them the best chance to progress to our first team and higher. And alongside that, a full-time education which enables them to access further apprenticeship routes, further employment routes, universities, and a number of American scholarships. You
talk about the American scholarships there, just tell us a bit more in detail about that, because obviously we've had Tom Bibby that's re-signed for the first team recently. He went over to America, had a great 4 years over there. Not the only one though.
No, quite remarkably now, I think we've 16 players have graduated from the scholarship and gained themselves American scholarships, which is great. Thomas Bibby was one of the first with Jack Chambers. On top of my head I remember Jake Vansky going over there, Callum Cross, numerous players over recent years, and the key of it, Nick, is that they all stayed. There's always a bit of a worry, homesick, which I'm sure all of them felt at some point, but of all the scholars that have gone, all are currently there. And we've had a real big achievement this year, Marcus Connah, who's got a fantastic scholarship that's covered most of his financial implications to it, because it's still not cheap. And he's playing in the top tier of the college system, so fantastic. It's a great avenue that can be, and it's a big ambitious one that a lot of our players want to take up. And as we said, 16 players now have done it and are living the dream, as they say, and hopefully more to follow. More to follow, absolutely. With the debut of the women's team as well this week, obviously we announced that. Just how massive of a step forward is that for the club? I think it's huge, Nick. It's something that the ladies and women's section at the football club has grown so much in just 2 years. From the girls section now having an under 6s, 8s, 10s and 12s teams, 4 teams now, that train at our local development centre every Thursday evening. So it's a huge credit there to Jordan Parry, Steve Boys, Andy Molyneux, Elise Hughes, who really pushed that. On top of that, we've now got a ladies team, which is great, and the new FAW system, which is seeing new tier 1, tier 2, lots of high standard required to be part of that, and we've been successful in getting the tier 2. There's a lot of people to thank for that. Jade, who led the application process, who's the women's secretary, as well as Jordan, Stee and Elise, as we named prior. But we always felt for our programme to really stand out, because there's some big clubs in there that are pushing things and have been going a lot longer than ourselves. We felt a full-time scholarship ladies programme would be quite unique, would be a game changer, something that we're not aware of that's happened in the UK before. And the key for us with our equality standards that we aim for is that the ladies will get from our scholarship male teams. They'll train the same, they'll get the same equipment, same support from a strength and conditioning point, an analysis point, from a games point of view. They're also going to play in the College League on a Wednesday, under 19s Ladies League on a Friday, and hopefully a number will play for our ladies team on Sunday. So really exciting. It's in its foundation stages, but hopefully over the next year, 12-18 months, it's going to be a really exciting venture.